Okay, so I'm going to show you how to build the world's easiest multi-widget live dashboard. And I made a similar video like this that was how to make a live dashboard. But the problem with that was that it really just focused on doing, you have one component that's live in your dashboard. What I've done is I've set up our same dashboard that we used before, but now there's multiple live widgets on it. And by live right now, I just mean when you refresh, it gets new data. So in this case, it's just random numbers. And then I have a chart here, which does random colors. Okay, so you can see on the refresh, this is working, but obviously we don't want to just refresh. And actually, one of the things that was mentioned is that, yes, you could actually just add a tag to refresh the page every 5 seconds, which would be, equivalent basically to doing what we're doing with this htmx thing. The problem with that, and you can see, let's say your user, your poor user is typing in a search and they start typing and they're looking for something and there's a drop down, there's other stuff on the page. Now this HTML tag, this meta tag, meta http-equiv equals refresh content equals 5, that's triggering every 5 seconds. It's just obliterating what the user is typing every time. So that's just unacceptable. That's not going to work. So what we want to do is we want to still give the user a nice experience. They don't notice what's happening behind the scenes. We want to update only specific divs on the page, and we want to do it with minimal code changes. Okay, so HTMX is actually perfect for this again. And you can do this with, we're going to use 3 lines of code for HTMX. 3 lines of HTMX code, which really is just 1 line because they're all just attributes on a single, tag in HTML. But then for every widget, for every individual thing that we want to be live on the dashboard, we are going to add 1 additional HTMX tag to that. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is add HTMX to this page. So I've started from scratch again. We just have our huge mess of code that is your real life dashboard. And we're going to add HTMX up to the top. So that's it. There's no build step. There's none of this kind of garbage. So we're doing that. Now we're going to add the code that's going to pull in the live data. And we're going to do this almost the same as last time. Last time what we did though is we found the specific div that we wanted to make live. We're not going to do that this time. Because this is sort of a full page idea here, I'm just going to put it right on the body tag. And so what that's going to do is we do hx-get equals blank. So that loads the full dashboard HTML in the background. HTMX loads it. And we're going to do that on a polling frequency. So we do hx trigger every 5s. Okay, so that's every 5 seconds. And now we're going to do the weird one here. This is the final line of this part is hx-swap equals none. Okay, so what on earth is hx-swap equals none? And why would we do this? hx-swap is how HTMX decides how it places the data into your DOM. So normally it would be like outer HTML, inner HTML, after begin, before begin. You've got a bunch of different options. And this is like if you have a list, it could put it at the end of the list or the top of the list, or it could replace the whole div, or it could replace the inner part of the div. That's what hx-swap usually does. So hx-swap equals none. That just obliterates it. It's just gone. Okay, so why would we want to obliterate it? This is because we're going to use the very controversial hx-swap-oob. Okay, and I say controversial because even the creator of HTMX isn't so sure about this as a pattern. OOB swaps. Yeah, are they a good idea?
I don't know.
So all you need to do is add an ID to the div that you want to be swapped out and set hx-swap-oob equals true. Okay, so let's just do one and verify that this happens. Okay, so we have our code already to make the requests on an interval every 5 seconds. We have our hx-swap equals none, so this is doing nothing right now. So we're going to find our first kind of live div here. And we add the hx, first of all, we add an ID to it. It needs an ID to make sure that it matches correctly. So you give it the ID. That's fine. You might have IDs on these already. and then you add hx-swap-oob equals true. So now we're going to go back to our page. We're going to refresh. And now you can see that div is updating live. You can see the number is changing. Okay, so that's good. Let's do the rest. So let's go through and we just find every single ID, every single div that we want to make live. We just do the same thing. We just give it an ID, hx-swap-oob equals true. That's it. So, okay, what is actually happening here? You could think of hx-swap-oob as kind of a traffic cop. It's directing. It's maybe traffic cop's not quite right. What it's doing is it's taking the response that you get and it's matching those IDs to the IDs that exist currently in your DOM. So you could have a huge mess of HTML coming in from your server. And this is, in fact, what we're doing right now is a huge mess of HTML all over the place, bunch of different stuff. But we're using hx-swap equals none to essentially throw that all away every time, except the things that you labeled as hx-swap-oob. htmx cleverly goes through, pulls those out with those IDs, and swaps in everything with that ID into your DOM. So you can control, from your backend which components those are. Okay, so that's it. You're done. We have a live updating multiple thing dashboard. We have 3 lines of code, and then plus 1 line for every div you want to update. So, this is still, it's not the most efficient way to do a live updating dashboard, but it is the easiest way. If you have a web 1.0 setup, I think this is absolutely the easiest way. hx-swap-oob is a little bit of magic, and htmx is a low level. It's generalizing hypermedia controls. So you are going to be able to do stuff like this that you have to decide for yourself whether it's a good idea in all situations. You can do some very cool stuff with this. I hope this kind of sparks some of the imagination of the stuff. But with great power comes great response.
The problem that I have with OOB is that it was one of those theory precedes use. I didn't need it, but I had people talking to me saying hey, what about this? And I was like, I don't know, how does this look? And then that kind of was it. That was the extent of the design of that feature. And so I've always been a little uncomfortable with it because of that, because I've just never used it heavily myself.